Your soap interviews is your only chance. So that will put you in the right mindset. You may get into trouble and you may end up being disqualified. All right, folks, so Dr. Umar Khan here. So in a previous video, I talked about all the details about the different aspects of the soap, how it is managed, how it is arranged, the different days involved in the soap. So check that video out, and I would have that in the description below as well. But this video is about the interview, the soap interview. So do programs conduct interviews before making an offer in the soap? Yes, they do. Now, today I'm breaking down how soap interviews work, how programs contact candidates, phone versus video interviews, what is the key difference? And I'm going to give you some pro-level tips to help you stand out in your last chance soap interviews, and then some frequently asked questions about the soap. I'm going to go all over this. Now, how do soap interviews work? So once you have submitted your 45 soap applications, now programs will review them on Tuesday and Wednesday, because you will be submitting your applications. If they're interested, they will reach out to you using one of the three following methods. One is in-person interviews. They may say, hey, come over for an in-person interview. And only, of course, this will work if you are local to the program. Then they may want to set up phone interviews. Now, phone interviews is the most common method. And then is video interviews. Now, these are for programs who want a more personal interview and they want to get you on video. So make sure your Zoom, your Skype, everything, your Microsoft Teams, everything is working properly. Now, very important, candidates cannot contact programs first. Only programs can initiate the contact. Now, if you try to bypass this, you may get into trouble and you may end up being disqualified. So don't do anything underhanded. Now, for phone interviews, they are quick, direct, and they are the most common type of interview in the post-match in the soap. Soap interviews happen over the phone and they usually last around 15 to 20 minutes. And these are similar to the main match interviews, but they are faster and more direct. The biggest challenge that you can face, you can't see the interviewer's facial expressions if you're doing this over the phone. So tone and clarity matter more than ever. Make sure you're clear. Make sure your headphones or your phone, everything is working properly. You don't want to frustrate them by having background noise or anything else of that nature. All right, so make sure you are ready. Tips for phone interviews. They will be looking at your application. All right, so have your application printed so you can go through it, maybe even during the interview or immediately before your interview. All right, so you will want to have quick access to your personal statement, your CV, and your recommendation letters. Especially if you apply to different specialties, you don't want to be mixing up and then you will sound very awkward and you will, do poorly in this last chance type of interview for you. Practice beforehand. If phone interviews make you feel nervous, rehearse with a friend. Improve your confidence, improve your communication skills. Find a quiet, distraction-free place. No TV, no background noise, no interruptions. Okay, because this is your last chance in a way. Listen before responding. A very important tip in any type of communication, especially when you're talking to an authority. So don't cut off the interviewer. Let them finish before you answer. Maybe always have a transition sentence before you answer. That may help you wait and not just butt in your comments right in the middle. Then I would say, even if you are doing this via a phone, I still want you to be dressed professionally for that day, because that will make you feel professional, right? So that will put you in the right mindset. And even if they can't see you, doesn't matter. It will get you in the frame of mind. Next would be to keep a pen ready, keep a notepad ready. If you need to jot down any details, or you can't say, oh, let me just wait for my, let me grab a pen, let me grab a piece of paper. No, don't. They'll be frustrated, okay? They'll be ready. They want to get this done over with quickly. And be yourself, be ready, be prepared. Hydrate, have a glass of water with you. Drink water or tea or honey, anything to keep your voice clear and your mouth moist. Then at the very end of this interview, don't hang up without asking or discussing the next steps. Always clarify what happens first. Then what about the video interviews? So video interviews are becoming more common in soap, And while they can feel intimidating as, the regular interview season, they also give you a chance to make a stronger personal impression. Now, the biggest challenge with video interviews, some people still haven't got the chance of being positive, being confident in front of a camera. Camera awkwardness is a big problem. So looking into the camera instead of the screen can be tough, but is necessary. Okay, so tips for video interviews. Practice makes perfect. Get comfortable in front of the camera. Look at the camera, not the screen, not the computer screen or anywhere else. Now, one thing you can do is make the screen small and move it right up to the camera. Okay, so even though you may want to look at the interviewer, you are still looking as closely to the camera, even though you may be looking at the interviewer. So you don't have the full screen interviewer. You just make a small screen and just move it right up next to the camera. So hopefully this is a trick for you. Now, again, use a clean, quiet, and well-lit space. Avoid anything messy in the background. Make sure the source of light in front of you. You need to have your face clear. People say, oh, I'm in a very brightly lit room. I have so many lights in the room, but all the lights are behind you. Now that's going to make your face look dark and you are not going to be prominent. So it doesn't matter if your room is very well lit. Your face is dark, your face cannot be seen, it defeats the purpose. Now, I would suggest close all or any apps, anything else open on your computer, prevent lag. If your internet connection is not the best, prevent any distraction, prevent any pop-ups or notifications coming into your phone or to your laptop or your computer. Then again, I talked about this, have your documents ready and keep your CV and your personal statement in reach, but avoid acting as if you're looking to read them right now, there and then. So that's why preparation is key. Make sure you went over all of this. Then it goes without saying, make sure your Zoom, your Skype, your Microsoft Teams, they're all working. Make sure your username is correct. A lot of times I see this people, they only have their name written in lowercase. My God, fix normal writing, fix that. Have your first name capital, first name first letter capital, and the last name first letter capital. So many people send me messages on WhatsApp or anywhere else or on emails asking for observerships or whatever, and they can't even do this properly. Anyways, it can be very frustrating, so don't make this mistake. So be very, very professional, my friends. Be very professional. So again, check your internet, check your audio settings, test everything out, dress professionally, make sure you are ready. Make sure you are ready to present as a confident, well-dressed individual, okay? So this will boost your own confidence, all right? So freshen up before the call, fix your hair, check your teeth, and first impressions matter. Now, some tips and things that matter, all right? So whether it was a phone interview or a video interview, I would say, again, always send a thank you note or thank you email afterwards. So basically, you need to express your gratitude, thank them for their time, and then, of course, reaffirm your interest that you liked the program and love to join, and some of the key details in the conversation so they can relate to you, because they may be talking to 100 people. So relate one specific aspect, one or two specific aspects that stuck out and that were very important in your conversation. And that email will then be very personal. Make sure it is not a very long email, maximum 4 or 5 lines, maybe in bullet points, so that it is easy for them to read your email. So yeah, keep it short, keep it professional. Do not have a long essay. Let me give you sort of an example, okay? Subject line, thank you for the opportunity, and you will write your name. Then in the message, you will write, Dear Dr. whoever you talk to, I truly appreciate the opportunity to speak to you today about your program and during the SOAP process. Our conversation definitely, I think, reinforced my enthusiasm for your program, particularly a specific aspect that you really talked about. I look forward to the possibility of joining your team and contributing to your department. Thank you again for your time and consideration. Best regards, your name, contact information, phone number. Now, a few tips that will really keep you on the game and on the ball for this SOAP. So SOAP is fast and chaotic, but you can stay ahead. So monitor your email and phone constantly. Programs will reach out to you anytime. Now, prepare both for your phone and video interviews. Have your setup ready to go. Then follow standard interview practices. Professionalism really matters here. Send thank you emails. Now, the frequently asked questions. How long do SOAP interviews last? roughly 15 to 20 minutes on average, but some may go longer. What type of questions do they ask? Expect standard residency interview questions about your background and clinical experience, your strengths and weaknesses, why you're interested in their program. Next frequently asked question, can you contact programs to ask for an interview? I already answered this, but just to reiterate, no, programs must reach out to you. You do the interview and then you can send a thank you message. So what if you don't get any interview in the SOAP? Would you still have any chance of getting an offer at this very last stage? Yes, there is some chance that they did not like any of the people they interviewed and they saw your application to be very strong. And they said, okay, let's just give this guy, we didn't talk to him or her, let's just give this candidate an offer. That's going to be very rare, but again, that's why make sure you are looking at your email and your phone is available or text message, whatever. So make sure you are ready. You want to look at all the other tips and tricks and details about the SOAP and how you can be ready for the SOAP? Check out this video where I talk about all the general aspects of your SOAP and how the whole week progresses. Thank you so much. I'm Dr. Makhan. Bye-bye.